Good morning, students. So today we're going to start a new topic of chapter Human Reproduction. Topic is Male Reproductive System. In our previous lecture, uh, we have discussed about different phases of reproductive process. So today we're going to start male reproductive system. So the male reproductive system is consisted of or comprised of the various structures. First of all, a pair of testes is there. As you know, testes are primary sex organ and they are the site of the process named spermatogenesis or formation of sperms or male gametes, or you can say reproductive cells. And they also secrete hormones, male sex hormones. So they are the primary sex organs and they produce male gametes and male sex hormones. Okay, there is a pair of testes, then accessory glands. Accessory glands like epididymis, seminal vesicle, prostate gland, and corpus gland. Okay, so there are four accessory glands in the male reproductive system. We would discuss in detail in the next lectures when we would discuss testes specifically. Then ducts. There are two type of ducts: vas deferens and urogenital duct, and penis, which is a male reproductive organ. Okay, so let's come to the topic testis. First of all, we would discuss about testis. So what is testis? As we know, in human male, there is a pair of testes, and these testes are primary sex organs, and inside these testes, the process spermatogenesis takes place. That means formation of sperms takes place over there, and as well as male sex hormones. Okay, so these are small oval structures and 4 to 5 centimeter long. They are located outside the abdominal cavity. ये abdominal cavity के just आपके ये बाहर ही मिलेंगे. That's why they are known as extra abdominal. Okay, so they are located outside the abdominal cavity, so that's why they are extra abdominal, and their location is inside a muscular pouch known as scrotum. So they are located inside a pouch known as scrotum, and that scrotum is attached with the abdominal cavity. So these are a primary sex organ, I have told you earlier. So let's come to the structure of this scrotum and the location of testis inside this muscular pouch. Here you can see this is a scrotum, a muscular pouch, and here a pair of testes, and this scrotum is divided into two compartments, and these two compartments divided by a septum known as scrotal septum, and each compartment have one testis. Okay, so this testis gets attached or gets connected with scrotal layers or scrotal muscle layers in order to avoid any physical damage. So muscle, this muscle which connects testis and scrotal layers or scrotal pouch is known as gubernaculum muscle. Gubernaculum muscle, Gubernaculum. Gubernaculum muscle actually connects testis and scrotal layer. Okay, so scrotum and testis attachment. Okay, so then this testis actually is covered by two different layers. The first layer is known as the sky blue color. The first layer is known as tunica albuginea. Tunica albuginea. Actually, this layer is made of white fibrous connective tissues, and it also protective in nature and helps in the movement of testes. Then this tunica albuginea layer is also covered by another layer known as tunica vaginalis. This tunica vaginalis secretes a kind of a mucus secretion or a kind of a lubrication which allows testes to move freely inside the scrotum. So this tunica vaginalis actually covers whole of the testis except a point where testis is connected with epididymis. So at the point where testis is connected with the epididymis, here you will not see this layer tunica vaginalis, except everywhere, so except that point where epididymis is connected with testis, it almost covers whole of the albuginea as well as testis. So I have told you about the function of tunica vaginalis. It is lubricating in nature, which allows the movement of testis, okay, inside the scrotal pouch. And here you can see a cavity lies between scrotal muscle layers and testis layers. This cavity is known as vaginal coelom. This cavity is known as vaginal coelom, and it is filled with a tissue known as hydrocele. So this is a hydrocele tissue, okay, which is filled between the cavity of testis and scrotal layers. Okay, and this scrotum actually gets connected with abdominal cavity with the help of a muscular canal is known as inguinal canal. Inguinal canal actually connects a scrotum and abdominal cavity or abdominal muscles. So this connects scrotal cavity and abdomen. And here you can see dartos muscle. This dartos muscle is present in the layers of scrotum. Actually, this is a major muscle or main muscle of scrotum or scrotal layers. And this dartos muscle actually helps in regulating the temperature inside the scrotal pouch, because in order to make male gametes, or in order to run the process known as spermatogenesis, actually needs a lower temperature than that of a normal temperature of body. That means we have the temperature around 36.8 degrees Celsius. A normal human body temperature is around 36.8 degrees Celsius, but in order to perform spermatogenesis inside this testis, there should be a temperature around 34 degrees Celsius. So the temperature difference actually is regulated by this dartos muscle. Okay, so this allows a favorable condition inside the scrotal pouch for this testis to perform spermatogenesis or to develop or to form sperms or male gametes. So it's all about scrotum, scrotal layers, and inside the scrotum the location of the testis and the layer of testis this tunica albuginea, and then tunica vaginalis, this gubernaculum muscle which connects scrotum and testis, and this hydrocele tissue which fills up the cavity between testis and scrotal layer, and this inguinal canal which connects scrotum and abdominal cavity. So in the next lecture we will discuss about the structure of testis and all those structures which are associated with testis. Thank you.